Hello, you're listening to Reviewing History, your comedy history podcast. I'm filmmaker and teacher Brian Rupert, joined here by...
As always, Stephen Dowgack.
And?
Angie. Hi.
How are we, guys?
Oh, pretty
Grand.
good.
Simply
You
grand.
know, it's a little hot out today, but it's nice now. It's nice in here. You know what
Well, we're watching a nice cold movie.
Yeah.
I mean?
This,
It makes me feel
cool
chilly.
down on this hot
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Let
So, we're watching
last
a Norwegian movie?
Yes.
This is an ant pick.
Yeah, this was an ant pick. It wasn't what I was expecting.
No.
What did you think it was?
I thought it was going to be way more action-packed.
Yeah.
It is an action movie.
There's some.
a little bit. That's kind of what it is. It's a dumb action movie.
A little bit. Why'd you pick this?
How
How did this come about?
So when this came out, it was on Netflix,
Okay.
and I watched like the first 20 minutes, and then like I had to leave, and I never went back and finished it. And that's literally all I know about this movie.
Okay.
Slide a little
To
bit.
be honest,
There
I was just straightforward. Here's the truth. I know extremely little about this particular like period of history.
Oh, no.
I think not many people know about this.
It's
a lot
very
about this period of
vague.
history.
So I
yeah,
had to like
1200s.
educate myself, which I always do a little like background research, but I generally have some knowledge beforehand.
Some working knowledge.
I had to like learn
Okay.
here.
It's
But-
very confusing.
But it's extremely confusing. The movie does a horrendous job at representing
That is
anything.
so. I'll tell you
Yeah.
this. I was watching this. I was like, I have no clue what's going on,
Mhm.
who these players are.
Right.
This is made for an audience that knows this shit because it's made
You'd
for
think,
Norwegians.
but I don't think the Norwegians know about this shit either. I don't think anybody knows about this
Okay.
shit.
No.
And
I was like,
it misrepresents everything. Like it's just lying.
I was like, I can't wait to talk to Ant so I can understand what the fuck this was about and what was happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
doing The Last King.
Yeah.
Starring the guy from Game of Thrones with the red hair.
Tormund in Game of Thrones.
Yes. I like him.
He's good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the actors in this are all pretty solid. Takes place in 1204,
Yes.
which is a part of history that is not. That's where like documentation is on the cusp of being formally consistent. You know what I mean?
It's the beginning of the Renaissance. Like the very
Yeah.
early, like late Crusader era. Beginning of the Renaissance.
Lot of
this
lost
is the
stuff.
Mongol Empire. Like the Genghis Khan is a contemporary of this film.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're in the Middle Ages. Okay. Scandinavia, 1100s.
Yes.
The Vikings are gone, so this isn't Vikings.
Yeah. The
Like
Birkenstocks are running the show.
Yeah.
the Norse have converted to Christianity.
Okay.
Okay, they're like forming countries for the first time. It's not just like ethnic regions where they
Tribes.
Yeah.
Like, so Norway is a country. It's a kingdom.
I mean,
It has really vague laws about succession that don't make any sense to anybody. And they make, like, people just show up and say they're the king, okay?
Okay.
So the way this all kicks off is that the king of Norway dies, and then, like, 7 people are like, I'm the real
They
king.
want to be
Previous to the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
So the Civil War period lasts 100 years.
They have 100
We're
years
watching the
Civil
end.
War.
We're watching the end of it.
Okay.
And various factions will come and go. A lot of what happens is like
You have the Birkenstocks,
A
the
ki-
bagels.
a king will
the New York
die.
Jews.
A king will die, and then a random dude will show up in Norway and be like, "Yeah, while he was in Scotland that one time, he had a son. I'm him. I'm the true king now." And then that guy will rally people around him, and they'll be like, "Yes, we support this guy." So the Birkenheimer or whatever the hell, what are they called?
Birkenstock.
They're not Birkenstock. We got to get this right. What are they? Say it.
Birkenheimen.
I like Birkenstock personally. I'm going to call them that. Birkenbienary.
Yeah, the Birkenbeiner.
Birkenbeiner, yeah.
Something like that. They are like
They love Dave Matthews.
This is just Norway's just not a real place.
They
It's
are like
just-
the peasant kings. So like this is literally like an Irish guy showed up and is like, I'm the true king of Norway because my great grandfather was the king 200 years ago, right? And they don't like the nobility because they're like abusing them. So they're like, this is the king we're following now. A big thing that was happening at the time is like the peasantry was like moving around, and they ended up settling like near the Swedish border and would raid Sweden, and it's pissing off people.
In Sweden?
Yes. One thing I have to stress here, that the movie just straight up is like, what the fuck are they even talking about? Everyone is Catholic.
Yes. The church are
The
like
church
the
are the villains in the movie. And
Yeah.
like, I watch an interview with the guy Tormund.
Yeah.
It's not his real name.
Yeah.
And he's like, yes, the church is trying to take over Norway. It's like, no, the church is not trying to take over Norway. The church has never tried to take over Norway.
That's
Like,
why we had to
They
burn.
already are there.
We have to burn the churches.
That is why we
Yeah.
had to burn the churches in the 90s.
Wow, it's fucking Vargas here.
Yeah. His name is Kristofer Hivju.
Yeah. So, fun fact, like one of the things that like to prove that they're the true heirs is like they'd say to God, like, I'm going to walk across these fiery coals, and if I make it, that's God telling you that I'm the true king. And that's why these guys would gain supporters.
So you're saying I
Yeah.
could have rolled up
Yeah.
Or any
and
teenager.
become the king.
Any
Right.
teenager who was just stupid enough to walk over coals.
So the church's role in this is that there are various like clerical people, like bishops in the Scandinavian countries that are supporting the other faction, the Baglers. Now, the Baglers represent the nobility.
The
This is
Baglers.
like,
The Baglers.
My
yes.
people.
The New York Jews, yeah.
these are the people that have been
The
in power for a long
bagels, they
time.
align with the locks.
Yeah.
They're
all
not
the time.
revolutionary. Like, they're like the old guard, like, order. And
Way
they-
too
and
much cream cheese.
They use the church to,
So
like,
much.
legitimize themselves. Whereas, like, the peasantry Birkenheimer guys, they're like, here's a guy, he walked on coals.
Yeah.
They're like, we've been here a long time and we're going to run things. So that's the divide, really.
Okay.
So, this baby.
The Messiah.
Right.
Norwegian Messiah.
Yeah.
Haakonson the
Haakon
Fourth.
Haakonson.
Baron von Harkonnen.
Halkinder Hawkinson.
Haakon Haakonson the Fourth. He is born in Bagler territory, but he is the son of one of these pretender kings. And his supporters get on skis after the king dies and cross a mountain. That's it. No one's trying to kill him.
That's the movie.
The church
That's the
hasn't
story.
the church hasn't come and said kill the firstborn, you see. Like there's no fucking King Herod shit happening.
Very
We're
Moses.
not shooting crossbows at
Yeah.
babies.
Oh.
But they do risk their lives in the winter and get this 2-year-old across the snowy, icy fucking glacier. It's a very heroic act.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take away from them. There aren't a gang of fucking murderers
Chasing
them the whole time.
Murderous Christians. Just
Yeah,
chasing
murder,
after-
the
chasing
evil
after a
Christians.
child.
And then they're all Christians. And it's like, oh, this fucking church. Can you believe them? I'm a Reddit atheist from 2016. This movie's retarded.
This movie sucked.
It's not good.
There's so much skiing. There's an absorbent.
But that's what I
skiing.
liked. That's the part of it I'm like, all right,
No.
yeah.
We could have just picked like any random.
We could have watched that James
recorded
Bond movie.
Olympics.
Hell yeah.
Which one does he ski in?
He skis in a lot of them, but trust me, I was thinking of Bond the whole
Listen,
time.
I don't mind.
What's the one? It's a Pierce Brosnan one with a snowmobile chase in the beginning.
Goldeneye.
No.
Snowmobile chase in the
I
beginning.
think it's like Die Another Day.
Die Another Day. He.
Is that the one in Korea?
That's the
It's
one in
not
North
that
Korea.
one. Maybe his world isn't. No.
No, I think no.
Am I making it up? Fuck. There's definitely a
It might be
snowmobile.
You're the
Tomorrow
Bond
Never
expert,
Dies.
man.
Yeah.
I think it's Tomorrow Never
Yeah,
Dies.
okay.
He stops a nuclear
Listen,
explosion.
I don't mind skiing scenes, but this was overkill. They skied every other scene. My
That's
wife.
the
my wife
the
was
crux
walking
of the
in
story.
and out of
That's
the-
the crux of the story is that they
It's
skied
a
across-
movie. I don't need that much skiing.
Skiing's cool, man.
You could have put
They
one
pizza, they
one
hot
scene,
dog.
one scene of them skiing. The next time I should have saw them skiing was during the attack. I'd be like, that's a cool way to use skis. I don't need to see 8 scenes of traveling on skis.
You don't like battle skis.
I thought the
I
Clearly
didn't
you
say
don't like
that.
the biathlon.
I didn't say
Clearly you
that.
don't like the
I
biathlon.
like battle skis. I don't need to see 8 scenes prior of the battle skis. I just need one ski. One ski scene's fine.
French fry pizza.
Yeah.
French fry.
My
pizza.
wife was walking in and out of the room while I was watching this. She kept going like, they're skiing again. I'm like, yeah, there's. I don't know what to tell you. Aunt picked it.
I thought it would be better. I didn't know it was this dumb.
You son of a bitch.
The movie loves their skiing.
But the action's good.
Okay.
Why am I defending this movie?
You're not.
I don't have a problem with a lot of it. I did find it a little hard to keep my attention and like
It's generic.
make it through.
Mm.
It's a generic chase scene that is made into a full length.
You didn't like Schemy guy who like is killing his brother and shit?
There's some like I love the villain,
Yeah.
the one on the streets who's like kill his family. That will really piss him
That
off.
guy.
Yeah, I like how evil that guy is. I like the schemy brother.
Yeah.
So all this is they brought a baby from one place to another. That's the real story.
That baby would grow up to be like the
King.
great king of
Yeah.
Norway.
And he grew.
Grew
Grew
and
and
grew.
grew.
Grew to be Hackinson the Fourth.
46 years he reigned?
He reigned for a very long time, stabilized everything, ended the civil wars, and like made Norway a real functioning country.
Which is great.
Would this movie have been better with a black metal score?
Couldn't have hurt.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
No, it's more like
Recorded in the woods. Very long intro. Lot of scenery. They really want to nail home that this is a mountain range. Like that was their goal. It's like this is in the mountains. We're not leaving the mountains.
Norway is a beautiful place.
It's
and
gorgeous.
showing it off in the movie is a good thing.
Yes.
You know?
I think showing the scenery is cool. The action is cool. It's just very thin.
Yeah.
And it's a little too boring almost, you know? Where it's like, I don't know. It's like, just get to the point. I don't know.
Wait, no, I'm in the same boat.
I
as
didn't
you.
hate it.
I'm in the same
It
boat as
wasn't
you.
hooking me the way
Yeah.
it should have.
Mm.
It was lacking
I kind
some.
of agree with you.
It was lacking something that made me want to keep watching. Where I was like,
I liked the beginning. Like that was compelling with the guy and his family. They get murdered. It's like, all right,
yeah.
I can get him.
Schwald and
the movie is
Yova.
the movie is at its best and most compelling, honestly, when there's an action sequence.
Yes.
And it's like protect the baby.
Yes.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, the finale was good.
I thought the finale was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But-
All right.
But so there's really no backstory. It's just
I mean, I just told you.
Yeah.
It's very look. This is insanely convoluted, and like, it's literally like just there's a bunch of pretender kings one after another that just keep saying I'm the king, and they fight the other faction.
what undoes the Norwegian monarchy?
They don't know how like the rules to succession.
No,
like,
like-
it's not like the West.
No, in general.
Because they're coming out of the paganism.
Yeah.
Like they don't have like a plan.
No,
if there's no royal bloodline.
like, is there a
you have
Norwegian king
infighting.
today?
I think there is a king in Norway today.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Because Norway didn't like fall to the
Soviets.
no to the like they didn't really participate in World War One.
They've had a king since
Yeah.
1991,
Yeah.
Harold V.
Yeah. The Norwegian
That's-
monarchy is intact.
That's the type of king you want to be.
A
Like-
90s monarch?
Well, no one knows anything about you, who you are, what you do. You're just rich.
Well, that's just Norway as a
chilling.
country.
I believe in World War II, the Norwegian king actually fled to England and like was in exile.
Really?
Like during the German occupation.
The only thing we knew that came out of Norway was black metal.
That's not true.
I don't know anything else that came out of Norway.
Norway is a very storied place.
Yeah,
It's fake to me.
This guy's pop
Doesn't exist.
was the one who went into
Right,
exile.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he spent part of his childhood in Sweden and the U.S. And they went back to Sweden in Norway in 45, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
So he's a
reindeer.
world traveler. And the heir apparent is Crown Prince
Carl.
Hakon.
Oh, it's another Hakon?
Yeah,
Hakon?
yeah.
There you
Hakon.
go.
He's the
Hakon.
only son. So there you go. He looks like a millennial too. So we may have a millennial king.
Wow.
Guy loves Mario. First king to love Mario 64. He's from 73. Never mind.
It's
Gen
X.
X.
Yeah.
He loves Nirvana.
Nirvana fan.
Yeah.
He likes Super Mario Brothers.
Yes. Super Mario 3 is the height of gaming.
Very angsty.
All right. Should we dive into the movie?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
So it's Norway 1204. They're raiding to go murder something. We're kind of unclear what it is.
What?
Or there's raids and murders. That's what they say, I think, right?
What do you?
I don't know.
My note says raid and murder.
Hakan Haakonson is fleeing as a baby.
King's son is fleeing.
His mother is
Already?
taking him away from the town
Oh,
that's
yeah.
being raided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, by the evil Christians.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who are they portray them as they're Vikings, but like holy Vikings. Like that's what it seems like they're trying to do.
But that would be what it would be. You know, like
yeah, of course.
just because you Christian
No.
now doesn't mean you stop like your
Yeah.
entire culture doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the-
the Norwegians are a confused people.
Right.
They just don't know what's going on here. They got reindeers with carts. It's a weird place. It shouldn't exist on the map.
I wish there was Sammy in this movie.
Sammy
Yeah,
are cool.
you needed Sam.
Well, aren't the Sammy Swedish?
They're in the north. They cross borders.
They're
in
allowed?
Norway. They're in Sweden. They're in Russia. They're in Finland.
They have no.
There's the Sammy, man. They just wander around
They're an
chasing reindeer.
indigenous people inhabiting the northern parts of Norway, Sweden, Finland, and the Kola Peninsula in Russia.
Karelian.
What?
Is it Kola?
Kola.
Oh,
Cola.
okay.
Sounds like Ola. There's some skiing,
Yeah.
obviously. There's talk of the baby king from the two main characters.
Yes.
They're
Right.
looking for the king's baby because they have to protect him. He's the heir to the throne. That's where this starts
Yeah,
off.
and I like the scene with the two guys talking, and he's one guy, and he's like, "You're never gonna bang her. She's been with a king." Like,
Oh yeah.
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 but he's like, he's married, and he has like a wife.
No, he hasn't.
Oh, is it Tormund? He says it too.
Tormund.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that he's just Tormund.
There's Tor and then I can't pronounce
Sigurdsson.
this. Sigvald.
Yeah, Sigvald.
Sigvald. And his wife, Ylva.
Yeah.
And he has a child. So you see that early on. They're talking about, I'm not going on the mission. I'm going to stay home.
It was funny, like listening to the audio of this movie and just hearing words I know from metal albums. Like I was like, "Oh, Wintersorg says that."
You speak a little Norwegian.
Jule Fjøs.
Ah.
That's the falls, right?
It's the mountain.
The mountain.
Jule Fjøs. Jule Fjøs.
And
Udenmarken soon.
That song is phenomenal.
Incredible song.
Is he Norwegian?
Yeah.
Wintersorg?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
the intro, I immediately was like, oh, this is going to be like a Game of Thrones thing. Like almost instantly.
Yeah, this is playing off the popularity of Game of Thrones and hoping people watch it because
Yeah.
Tormund's in it.
Yeah.
That's the whole movie.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
Sweden was like, we have an actor people like.
Norway.
Sorry. Norway's like, we have an actor people like.
Yeah.
Let's put him in something. Let's
Yeah.
try to capitalize
Right.
on this.
There's a royal sex scene. By a
Yeah.
fireplace. It's with an older lady
And
right next to her daughter.
her daughter has to listen.
It's so weird.
Now you sit there and you listen to me bang, girl.
They did that on the show Vikings too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
I guess in
Probably-
Norway.
Probably.
Like Norway's not real. Like stuff like this.
Did you ever hear your parents banging?
No, I never heard it. I walked in on him.
You
once or
walked in?
twice, like when I was a kid.
Little Anthony?
Little Anthony saw his
not
parents.
good.
Just making mistakes.
Saw his parents doing it
in
in the sack.
Little boy, 8 years old. He didn't know better. Saw his parents doing it
In the
in the
sack.
sack.
Why was that?
Raymond our friend
Ra-
Raymond one day just kept talking about how
saying that.
you saw your
But he was
parents.
Christian.
He
He
was
He was doing it as
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken, talking about how young Anthony saw his parents doing it in the sack.
Didn't know any
And
better.
he kept bringing it up. It was really fucking
He
funny.
didn't know any better. He just walked in.
So I was thinking about you with this recently,
About that?
because in the new not the new, but I just finished Fractured Butthole, the South Park game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And when you play it and you get your character's like superhero origin, like every character has, like every superhero has like a dark backstory.
Yeah.
It's always you saw your parents having sex. And they do it like 4 or 5 times in the movie
That's really funny.
where the character walks in on his parents having sex. And they keep flashing back to it. And I kept thinking of you because of this story. I definitely heard my parents have sex. Like I would hear the
Yeah.
bed like going up and down.
Yeah, I think everybody.
Yeah, it's
does.
really fucking awful. You
It's
don't- It's
terrible.
not something you want to.
Which is why it's great for the South Park game because they're
Yeah,
kids. And
right.
it's like, Yeah, but she has like her daughter next to her, and she's
Yeah.
just
And she's just going
getting
for it.
banged out by. What is this guy's position?
He's an earl.
I thought his
Is he?
name. I thought his name was
Jizzle.
like Giselle. Yeah.
Yeah, his name's Jizzle. Jisle.
He's like a noble.
Yissel.
Okay.
He's think of him as like
He wants to be king.
one of the like a minor governor.
It's good to be the king.
Okay.
But like if you get rid of the king, he's like
You can
next
usurp.
in line. Yeah.
You can pull a Hamlet.
Again, the rules don't make sense.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
everyone takes advantage of them.
That's also why this plot is kind of like, huh?
You just need people to agree you're king and you're
Yeah.
king.
Right.
Because it's like there's
That's
a
why the
plot.
church is important for the Baglers, because that gives them the legitimacy.
I
Because they're
see.
the only like thing that's an
They're the
authority.
only sort
Yeah.
of authority.
Right.
But that's why the plot is like what's going on, because the mother is going to poison
Her stepson,
her stepson,
Who is the king?
who is the
who's
king.
the king,
Yes.
and then the guy that she's fucking is going to marry her daughter
To give her
become
legitimacy.
the king,
Because
king and queen.
the daughter is the daughter of the king and the woman.
Yeah,
So
And-
that gives him legitimacy because
Yeah.
now he's married into the royal bloodline.
And she's
Right.
part like Swedish or something, right? Because there's a
Yeah.
thing with Sweden they keep mentioning.
well, Norway and Sweden are constantly
Yeah.
intertwined. At different points in history, they'll be the same country.
By the way, the mother leaves the story completely at a certain point, and
Yes.
it doesn't make sense.
Yes.
And it's like you needed
Nothing happens.
you needed to pay that off in
Yeah,
some way.
Even though she murdered the king.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she's just gone from the story. It's like why?
Yeah. Why does the brother, the evil usurper brother, tell the good guy brother he puts in prison his whole plan
yeah.
and then doesn't kill him?
It's his brother.
he's like, you're going to take the fall.
He's
for
killing
this.
everybody.
He can't kill his brother.
He stinks.
Yeah, I know we saw Iron Claw.
Yeah. You once you're a brother, you know, you got to
Yeah.
stay a brother.
My,
Right.
my brother.
My brother.
brother. Two
Um,
brothers. Two brothers.
Two brothers.
Two brothers.
So the girl overhears their whole plot,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she's just like, "Oh, I guess this is gonna happen."
And
Kristin.
they're like, you can't tell.
My name is
anyone.
Kristin.
The church
know why
wants
I'm a guy.
Western Norway.
They want Sweden's help.
Well, yeah, the factions have kind of aligned themselves east and west.
Uh-huh.
So the west is the Burger Bar,
Birkenstocks.
the
Berg-
Bergenstock.
They
Berg-
love Dave Matthews.
They're lesbians with wallet chains.
Yes.
Burger
That
stock.
Lilith
Yeah.
Fair.
And the east is the Baglers. Yeah.
I can't hear bagelers without just thinking of New York Jewish bagels.
Yeah.
Every single time.
We are the
I can't get over it. I
Baglers.
can't get over it.
We ply our trade.
The locks.
So she poisons him,
Yes.
and he's like, "Oh, you know, he's just a goofball." The stepson.
You think so?
He's just like, you know,
You don't have enough time to see that he's a goofball.
I
He
feel like
dies.
Hey there, goofball.
He was
all neutered.
he's talking to her, and he's just like, it's like
I love
almost
you,
odd,
mama.
like she's like, "You really should take a drink. It really behoove you to take that drink I poured
You're
for
right.
you."
I love you,
You know,
mother.
it's like,
Well, he doesn't think his mother's gonna kill him. Stepmother. I don't know what they. I
You've
don't know
been
their
just
relationship.
like a mother to me.
You've been very hot.
if someone
I
hands you
love
a
you.
cup and they're just staring at, like, you should take a sip.
I
You
wouldn't,
probably
yeah,
should be
probably
thinking,
wouldn't.
He
like-
wasn't thinking about poison at that moment.
Yeah.
Would
How many
you?
people? How
Would
many
I?
people have been poisoned?
If I was the king, I would.
You'd be thinking about poison all the time?
Yeah, that's all I would be thinking.
This
about.
place is so confused. He probably doesn't even know that he's the king. Like, let's be honest.
So he's poisoned, and now immediately the guy's like, put the palace on lockdown,
Mhm.
and he arrests his brother,
Yeah.
and he's
Because
like,
he thinks that everybody will blame him because he had the most to gain because he actually was like the next in line.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And now it's a church coup.
Yeah.
The church
There's
is like,
the evil bishop like just skulking around.
we're
Yeah.
taking over
Go kill
Norway.
the child.
Yes. Yes. Kill the child. I'm a man of faith.
I love power. Look at my pointy hat.
So they're hunting for the kid, you know, there's that. And
They go to Skjer's house, and they're like, "We know you took the baby because you have a traitor that told us." So one guy saw them take the baby from
Yes.
this little place and bring it home, and he rats out to the Baglers, and the Baglers come to kill the baby, and he's not there. So it's like, all right, we're just gonna kill your family.
Yeah.
We're gonna rape your wife until she tells us what she doesn't.
She doesn't.
And then that happens.
Well, the guy like gives them all the info because he's like,
He's just like, they went that away.
And they're like, you lied.
yeah. Well, he tries to save his family,
Right.
and then he gives them all the info, and then they kill his family anyway.
Right.
And it's like, God damn it,
Yeah.
it's sad. They
Is
kill
it?
the
They didn't have
baby.
to do. They didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Yeah, it's messed up.
And now he's like, it's so dumb because he has a sword at his throat.
Yeah.
And he's able to get out of this.
He just fucking beasts out and like starts killing people.
yeah.
It's like, why didn't you do that before
Exactly.
they shot your wife?
You could have done that
crossbow?
anytime.
Yeah.
He goes into the house. He goes out through like a back door because they're trying to get
Yeah.
in.
Well, he skis.
Gets his skis.
And he gets his
skis-
skis.
ski. Fucking ski.
What's your beef with the
This
skiing,
should have
dude?
been the only ski scene.
No,
No.
but the whole plot, the real
I
thing that
know.
happened is a ski trip.
My comment was more skis.
What's crazy to me is like you think of skiing as like if I went to you, just the average person, like when was skiing invented? I'd be like 1972. You know,
No,
like
it's like a long tradition. Up
it's just
there.
like you don't think of it as being like
well, when the whole fucking country is icebound
Mountains,
for like
yeah.
8 months.
Right, and your people don't decide to evolve and leave the fucking ice-covered mountain.
They did, and it was
Ski.
a fucking terror on Europe.
Oh, we just keep them there.
let him ski. Just let him ski. Yeah, it's embarrassing to that. I think they should be embarrassed that they don't win the Olympics every year in skiing. It's like us.
You're right.
It's like us in basketball.
Well, they were the bad guys in Cool Runnings.
They are. I never saw Cool Runnings.
Oh, yeah.
We could do it on the show,
Swedish team,
actually.
I think.
But yeah, have you guys ever been skiing?
No.
Really?
Sometimes I think I'd like to
Have
try
you?
that.
Have you been skiing?
And then I think, like, I'll probably hate that.
Probably break my leg. Yeah.
I think you would love it.
I might.
It's fun.
I always want to go snowboarding.
I've snowboarded. I haven't skied.
Snowboarding seems harder.
It's easier.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you pizza?
Well, what you did?
What?
You only French fry.
So I've only went once, but I really loved it. The thing with snowboarding is like you just kind of stand there and steer,
Uh-huh.
whereas like skiing you have to like worry about the
Angle.
poles
Yeah,
and like
Right.
the way your feet are positioned. Where snowboarding is just like balance
You know, that actually sounds like you got to be pretty coordinated to do that.
to do what?
Then
Skiing.
again,
I think about drumming. Like I've tried to drum in the past, and it's just not happening. Like I can't do the foot thing and the arm thing at the same time.
you're
I
not
think you
good at
could
coordination.
snowboard better,
Your
probably.
coordination sucks.
Yeah,
I've been skateboarding.
I can hacky sack like a motherfucker though.
Really?
I can't hacky sack, but I was decent at rollerblading, but not at skateboarding. So maybe I'm a better skier. I wouldn't know though because I'm not an Icelandic individual. I have no reason to go up a mountain.
Well, I would love to get our group together.
Why are you talking
and,
about
like,
Iceland?
rent-
Excuse me, Norwegian.
I would love to get our group together and do like a big ski trip.
Really?
Like rent out a cabin and like
Yeah, that sounds great.
And,
But
like-
I would probably just listen to Borknaga.
Yeah.
you can listen to Borknaga while you ski and snowboard. You can put on headphones.
No, he's not going to ski and snowboard. He's just going to go into the woods, the
Yeah.
snow-covered woods, and by himself.
Yeah.
and do that's what he's
Just
going to
be
do. Yeah,
He's
listen to
winter
Borknaga.
thrice,
Yeah.
baby.
Maybe record an album.
Like who's that guy who went into the mountain like and was like isolated for 3 months? Is that
Oh,
Bon Iver?
Bon Iver, yeah.
Yeah.
A little cabin in the woods and made
Yeah.
it fantastic.
Yeah, that's what he
album.
did.
Forever,
right?
forever ago. Yeah, he got snowbound in like Minnesota.
Didn't he lose like 30 pounds or something?
Maybe,
Like,
I don't know. I wasn't cataloging his weight.
And I think
was
he
just
pr-
listening to the album.
I think he produced a Taylor Swift album after that was like in that same style.
Probably. She put out an album called
Yeah.
Folklore a couple of
Mhm.
years ago, and it came out right after Isan put out an EP called Telemark, and they both had like the same album cover. And Isan made a joke that Taylor Swift was ripping him off. Hoo-hoo.
It's like the same cover, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
And
granted,
he
it's
covers
just woods.
Wrathchild on there
Does he?
in like a black metal style, but he adds trumpets. It's phenomenal.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I just find it weird. Taylor Swift was like, I just want to do a Bon Iver style album now.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Well, I guess when you're Taylor Swift, you could do
she
whatever
just
you
does
want.
whatever
right?
she wants. She
I
walks
mean-
around with her ass hanging out.
There was also a time period where making folk-inspired music was a thing.
Yeah, it was called 2011.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
Yeah. You still haven't left there. You're still mentally
still there.
Yeah.
I love Fleet Foxes.
Fleet Foxes are pretty solid.
What are the Mykonos? Is that a
That's Fleet
That's
Foxes.
Fleet Fox, right? Yeah. You and I, Mykonos. It's a
Um,
good song.
All right. So they kill his family,
Yeah.
and he's like, I'm gonna get revenge one day, and he
Arr.
skis away.
Yeah.
And we cut to
Just saying that sentence is so
he
nonsensical.
skis
They
away.
kill his family and he skis away. I'm out of here. No responsibilities more.
Imagine they were all in like modern ski outfits. Like they were all in like
Tight leather.
spandex and like the helmets. and shit.
Fluorescent blue.
Yeah. Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
One of the funniest fucking clips.
So the bad guy, Yissel, tells the guy he arrested, what's his name?
His brother.
His brother, that I did it, and
Inga.
and
Inga's
I'm
his
gonna get the the queen's daughter on my side, and we're gonna have sex. And the daughter seems into
She's
it.
a child bride.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like she's interested in doing this.
Yeah, why not?
Well, she's doing it to get the keys, it turns out.
Yes.
Yeah,
To try to free the brother.
Right.
But you don't know in this scene. It does look like she's weirdly into it.
Yeah.
But she also does look way too young for him. Like she looks like a child.
She's a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was normal in the 1200s.
Sure.
'cause
Well, that's why
you were dead by 18.
Well, that's why he serenades her with the classic song "Child Bride."
You are my child bride. I am your father groom. I'll give you anything. You just can't leave your room.
You know when you sing that, Trevor is in the room with us now.
I hope so.
That means the CIA is right behind it.
Torstein,
Torsten.
he sees the baby.
Steen. It's Rothstein. I was like, is he
Stein.
supposed to be
Yeah,
Jewish?
Torstein. That makes the baby cry. And then they're like, we're gonna take your baby and get him there. But they send his mother on a sled with reindeer.
Yeah.
Very it's like, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
They go to the Birkenbeimer village where there's the guy that's like, I'm a man of peace now. I'm done killing.
Yes.
And then he's like, I want to kill your friend.
Well, I mean, he opened his fucking mouth. I mean, let's be real.
And we get probably one of the, I would argue, worst decisions in a movie that I've seen in quite some time.
What do you mean?
When the baby's crying,
Mhm.
they're like, "Oh, it's a blizzard. We got to get him into a shed." The shed scene is way too long.
Oh, you mean when they're on top of the mountain, they escape into the storm?
The shelter, and then they have to make the baby stop crying, and they do. And
Oh,
kinda- it's real slow.
They tell the story about the kingly horse.
Yes.
I thought that was cool.
I thought that was a great scene, and it reminded me of a video I saw years ago where Vice magazine, before
Okay.
it was just like pure
Dribble.
shit,
yeah.
it used to do like these investigative journalist things, and they sent some guys to the guy from Gorgoroth's house.
Oh yeah.
And the guy from Gorgoroth, for anyone who doesn't know, is a real fucking weirdo. And by that I mean he's gay, drinks a lot of wine, and when he found a guy like outside his house, he kidnapped him and hung him up and bled him.
That's definitely odd behavior.
Yeah. Yeah. So they went to go interview the guy from Gorgoroth, and there's like a part in it where he just stares at the two guys in silence for like 3 minutes and refuses to speak. And then he makes them walk up a mountain to where his
favorite
grandfather's house. And it's just one of these sheds, like exactly the shed from the
Yeah.
movie, in the middle of like a frozen wilderness. And he's like, my grandfather lived here. This is where my people come from. And then he takes the fucking like journalist and then they just sit in this shed.
His
like,
nearest neighbor is like 5
Yeah.
miles away.
yeah, this is darkness. this is black metal. This is where it comes from. Right here. And it's like, okay, well that makes sense.
Thank you, Gorgoroth.
Thank you.
You ever see who's the main
Sense.
who's the main guy in Until the Light Takes? Is that Fezrig?
Fenris is in Until the Light Takes Us.
But he's like the main guy.
He's
Who's like,
Fenris is like probably the main character in the movie. But there is a guy in Until the Light Takes Us who's from, I believe, I forget what band he's from, but he's on a plane. The final scene in Until the Light Takes Us is him on a plane sitting next to a baby, And the baby's just staring at him while he's like being all black metal
But the reason I bring it up is you're talking about the weird laws about how they do stuff.
Yeah.
Fenris, do you know what happened to him with the local politics?
He became the mayor.
Well, it's but he didn't want to be. Do you know how it works? It was the way they work is and if it you don't have a choice if enough people.
Fenris, by the way, is the man who invented the band Dark Throne, and they created one of the first black metal albums ever. He's a psychotic dude who's like obsessed with knowing about metal subgenres.
Yes.
He makes videos on the internet with giant white erase boards where he just talks about like how metal came to be. He's fucking awesome. And in Until the Light Takes Us, he does an interview with a magazine, and the woman on the phone is like, I really like this album. He's like, well, what the fuck do you know?
The best scene until
I want to kill myself. Don't you understand this?
The best scene on Until the Light Takes Us is him by the
so
giant
black metal.
chalkboard.
What?
The best scene in Until the Light Takes Us is him by the giant chalkboard where he's
That's not that's one of his internet
Oh,
videos.
really? Okay. I'm conflating it.
No, the best, he goes to like that back alley record shop and he's like
Yeah.
looking at Testament
This is
tapes. Like,
true.
Testament is a
This is
great
true
album.
metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True metal. This is true metal. This is
Scorp-
shit.
Yeah, he shits on something.
Yeah.
But I love that in his town, enough people voted for him. He was forced to serve
That's the mayor.
as like the mayor for like multiple years.
Yeah, they kept writing him in as like a joke.
And he would be like, please stop, do not vote for me. I don't want to do this. And they kept voting him in.
Because there's only like 30 people.
Yeah.
There's 30 people in the
all
town.
those guys are fucking insane.
But why would you want Fenris to be in charge of your fucking town?
Because it's not a real place. I'm convinced it's not real.
All right.
So Skier in the cottage is like, I'm gonna go in the blizzard. I'm gonna leave the baby.
Oh, I want to talk about the
gonna get
shack scene
revenge.
1 second. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is still the shack
Okay.
scene.
This is something that I found interesting, and I didn't think about it. And I like that the movie did this. They're escaping with a baby. How the hell are they going to feed a baby? Because babies need milk.
It's a 2-year-old.
Oh, it's 2?
It's not an infant.
Oh, I thought it was like a baby.
It is in the movie. The real baby was 2.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have milk. You're right.
Yeah, it's a baby. And I like that in the movie. They're like, what do we do? I guess we melt the snow. And they're like going to try to feed him with
Give him
water.
some water, yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't.
I thought that was cool. That wouldn't work?
An infant,
Why not? You
not
can't
an
give
infant.
a baby water?
Infant, no.
Brian, you got a baby.
That's what I was going to say. You can give them water.
But they can't survive off
They
water.
they would not last a long. Like you'd have like if I just gave my
You'd have a
daughter only
dying
water,
baby.
I'd have a dying baby.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah, that's humans need food.
Yeah.
well they need she
They
needs
milk.
proteins and vitamins and other stuff.
Right.
The
You
best
know?
way to do that is remove the baby from the child. Excuse me, remove the child from the woman and send her off.
What do you
on a
want to do? They're getting
reindeer.
hunted by evil Christians.
So ridiculous.
They have pagan fear.
That's mayhem.
Skier wants to kill the people in the blizzard because he's like, oh, I'll have the cover of the blizzard. And Torn's like, no, the baby needs us. I'm not a parent. You are. You know what to do. You can't leave.
Yes.
And now evil Jizzle lies about the baby's death. Like, oh yeah, blizzards, man, they die. So I'm king now. And he marries the daughter, or says like,
Yeah.
we're gonna marry the daughter. And the evil bishop is just like,
Yeah.
Does he get away with marrying her? I think doesn't it get stopped?
he announces it.
He announces
Yeah,
the
he announces
proposal
it,
here.
right.
That's his big plan.
Yes.
So now it's the morning, and it's like, oh shit, they're almost here. It's ski chase time.
Yes.
Yeah,
More skiing.
More skiing.
I like the skiing.
Great.
And the crossbows are treated like guns.
Yeah,
You think so?
Dude,
They
they're like
are.
holding them like fucking
they are. Yeah, they're
like
treated
they're
like guns.
pistols.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
I don't know if they had like hand crossbows at this time. I don't think they did.
No, they did. Like
Like the mini,
the
small
bolt action,
ones?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, those existed for a really long time.
but this is 1200, man. All right, sure, why not?
The crossbow was actually a fairly new weapon at the time.
They got a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's all crossbows all day here, pretty much.
Knocked.
Yeah,
you gotta get those bolts going.
I love a good crossbow. When was the last time you shot a crossbow?
I can't say I've ever shot a crossbow.
It surprises
I
me.
guess I haven't lived.
You really haven't.
It surprises you he's never shot a
I
crossbow?
might just coming
Yeah.
across
Yeah.
crossbows that I'm gonna be blasting them off.
Surprises me.
You got a crossbow?
I got a bow. I shot a
Okay,
crossbow.
well, what you're talking like you're the crossbow king.
I shot a crossbow about a year ago.
Guys, I'm wrong. The hand crossbow was not until the 17th and 18th century.
I told you. I knew it.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Steve was right. He knows his crossbows.
I'm the crossbow
Some
king.
people know crossbows. Some people
Yeah.
Don't.
Have you
I
really
didn't
shot a
claim-
crossbow?
What'd you do with it?
You pull back the bolt. You aim it at the target. And shoot it.
What did you shoot it at?
A target?
Oh,
The target, by the way,
What?
was a
What
a
do you want me-
Norwegian escaping with a baby.
Yeah, I shot it at people running down
I
Highland
didn't.
Boulevard. What do you think I'm
maybe-
doing?
Maybe you got an elk.
Oh no, you can't. I can't hunt with a crossbow.
Why?
I don't have I don't have a license for that
You
one.
need a special license?
Yeah. I
Have
can
you a license for that crossbow,
hunt- 'cause you-
mate?
I can't.
We're banning ninja swords now.
I'm not allowed to own a crossbow in New York City.
Get your Ninja Turtles out of me, country.
Yeah, we get the chase. Scare takes out a bagler with his bow, which I love it. That's a pretty cool
It's
scene.
cool.
This is great. You didn't like all that stuff?
Torn takes an arrow to the back,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh shit, he drops it. He's like, I gotta keep going with the baby.
Yeah.
But Scare kills that guy, and it's like, oh, this is
I
cool.
like when he kills
That's
that guy.
cool,
That's
yeah.
fucking cool.
And they keep skiing.
How else you getting around?
And we get a scene with a doctor, some medieval.
Oh,
Yeah,
here's
doctors.
another inaccuracy.
Yeah.
The real guys were going to Trottenheim, okay,
Trotten.
which is in the
Okay.
north.
It just sounds so like mystical, right?
Well, it's
Like it's like Lodenheim or
it sounds like one of the
Fairyland.
9 worlds.
yeah, exactly.
But in the movie, they're going to Nidaros, which
Yes.
is different.
Okay, that is different.
Yeah.
Do you know why they would do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Nidaros is the capital, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they get to the doctor, and he's there, and
Did a little anti prayer thing. He's like, prayers won't help you here.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. What?
they're Norwegian, man.
Yeah.
They don't need that shit.
So
So,
dumb.
so he sees the aurora borealis,
It's cool.
the northern
Yeah.
lights.
I want to see the Northern Lights in real life. That's a goal.
I want to fart in your face right now so bad. Because, Terrence and Phillip, would you like to see the northern lights? He fucking farts on his hand.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, why is Brian getting erotic?
They were like down here. You could see them like last year.
I tried.
I tried
It's
too.
cloudy. It's
But you
cloudy.
just like anytime something like that happens, I never see it.
Me either.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's an eclipse.
And everyone is showing it like on
Yeah.
their phone. Look how cool it is.
I got this chicken restaurant by my house, Claudie's,
Okay.
and there was an eclipse, and there were a bunch of people standing on top of Claudie's, and I was like, oh, I'm looking.
You tried looking at the eclipse without
They all
without
have- they all have the
sunglasses?
crazy glasses.
Did you have the glasses?
No.
What?
It's like I want to blind.
Well, I didn't want to like look right at it. I was just like,
You tried looking at the sun.
I tried to like side eye. I tried to
You
side
tried
eye.
looking at the sun, like, oh, what's going on?
I never get it.
I one time stood at the sun for over an hour.
What is that?
It's Will Ferrell and Saturday Night Live. So he
No
pulls
one's
the
gonna
arrow.
tell Ed he can't look at the sun.
Look at
He can beat it.
This is cool. He pulls out the arrow from the front. It's like really
Yeah.
aggressive and
Don't
brutal.
be aggressive. Be
And
aggressive.
we get like another character, Eagle. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
But Scare's like, you got to go be my watchman and on
Oh yeah,
top of
because
the
I get to like a
mountain."
town.
And he's like crying. He's like, I've lost my family too. And it's like,
Yeah.
who's he talking to?
It's
The-
a
the
random
wife.
guy. Yeah.
The girl
That was a girl.
is the mother of the
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
They meet up with the mother of the baby.
He sends the mother of the baby to go keep watching a
No,
mountain.
he doesn't say that to that guy. Oh, does he? I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay,
Yeah.
just say it. It's weird.
I think it was the mother of the baby he was saying it to. He's
Yeah.
like bonding with her.
Yeah. because her husband, well,
No.
I guess the
No.
king, who
The
was
king is
lover
dead.
at least, is dead.
Yeah.
David is dead.
David is dead. Klingon bastard.
Killed my son.
Kill my son.
You kept saying it the last episode that we recorded, and I was trying to make a Star Trek reference, and nobody went with me.
I was just teeing it up for you on
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah.
I wrote in my notes, David is dead.
You kept saying it.
I know. I wanted you to tag it. I was like,
you weren't allowed to.
Yeah, I feel like that guy wasn't gonna go with my Star Trek reference.
maybe. I don't know. Probably not a Trekkie. He's too cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's too real for us.
All
I
right.
can't believe he didn't like baby swap.
I think it's a genius show.
He didn't even like laugh at it.
It's
We
really
have-
fucking disturbing.
We have to cut this
Why?
because that's after,
No, this
isn't it?
No, this is after.
Oh, this is it. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, Jizzle has sex with the daughter. She steals the
Jizzleneck,
keys.
remember him?
Anthony
Yeah.
Jeselnik, yeah.
And then Torn almost has sex with the baby's mother. Like there's a thing going on.
They got
there.
a thing,
It's
yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like little pieces, but nothing really.
They don't build anything. They just
Yeah.
throw pieces together and like, whatever.
You can infer that
Yeah.
there's a relationship.
There's not payoffs, you know?
Yeah, we do get a
Um,
proper tavern.
It's cool.
There's music, and he's like, "We're gonna tell people
Oh
that this baby's
yeah,
king."
he gives a speech.
I like the speech.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the tavern in Richmond Town. What's that now? The
Oh,
old
they're having a
tavern.
performance this evening. I kind of wanted to go, but I don't think we're gonna make it.
Of
Probably
who?
not. No.
No.
We can just cancel
What's the performance?
this. I don't know. No, they sold out, didn't they?
Not this week. Yeah.
What's the performance?
Every Saturday they have tavern concerts where you drink mulled wine and listen to weird people play folk music.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sometimes we wanted to go to one with sea
Yeah, there
shanties,
was a
and they
sea
sold
shanty
out.
one last week.
Oh, really?
Apparently, sea shanties are like huge now.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty popular.
Where like live shows of sea shanties, and they sell out.
because it went big on TikTok.
Nonsense.
Ugh,
Soon, man, the weatherman
that's
comes.
the worst one.
Yeah.
I like Wings of a Gurney. Look it up.
Farewell and adieu to you, Spanish ladies.
Oh, see
So
my scar.
so
Yeah.
they end up going to the guy and they're like, how the hell did they know about this baby?
Yeah.
You ratted, you piece of shit. And they want to kill the
Rat.
dude, the
Yeah.
rat, the one whose family died.
Right.
And it's like, come on, man, you can't give him too much shit. He's trying to protect
Didn't
his
we
family.
pass that already?
Where they tried to, his friends.
Yeah,
like,
we're gonna
Yeah.
execute him.
oh, I thought that was
Yeah,
this
we're way
scene.
past that.
Oh. All right, sorry. Yeah, they got away. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. And now we get the final big chase, right?
Yeah, the Baglers come and
Yeah.
they're like, "All right, let's set up a trap."
They have a
so
fight.
there's like a little
Oh,
pathway.
I thought this was cool.
Yeah, and they're gonna shoot them with bows and arrows.
Well, it's what they do is they're like, they have to come down this way. So we're gonna get on top of this valley
Yeah.
and we'll ski down from the
Yeah.
sides
Yeah.
and it flank them.
Sick.
It's cool.
Yeah, until you got to fight on skis.
The villain army is like, why are we at the bottom of a half pipe? And then suddenly two skins.
They
This
go
is
past them
gnarly.
and keep
Yeah.
going.
Radical.
That would have been fucking cool if they come down with a sword on like the half pipe
Yeah.
and then they go up and come back
Sick.
around like X Games shit.
Fucking fucking Sean White was here. I'd fuck him right in the pussy too.
You want to fuck Sean White's pussy?
Beaver knows what that is.
So,
I'm gonna radical from this.
so
means nothing. to them.
means nothing. Yeah, I fucked.
I live in Reno. Shithole.
Like, yeah, man.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Don't do it in the park. There's a lot of bare hills around here.
That's all I ask, you know. We should tear this shit
my
up. We should
dick
fuck
takes a beating every time it snows.
Oh, I know this. This is the YouTube clip.
Yeah.
the
Yes.
security guard.
Does he mention Sean White?
Yeah.
Fuck him right
Okay.
in the pussy.
There's sugar in the gas tank. Fuck your sister.
Now I'm.
It's a real kick out.
Now I remember the video you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So we get the final battle, and there's a bunch of ass kicking. And long story short, the bad guy is about.
Chase him down. Yeah.
He's about to kill the baby.
They got him.
They get him.
They got him. They put a sword through his chest, but not after Skjor takes a dagger to the side.
Yes.
Yes.
But he has to kill him to avenge his
Family.
family.
Yeah.
And he dies.
He's a goner.
Yes.
He's reunited with his family, but he got vengeance,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is what's really important in this
Right.
world.
Yes.
Yeah. You got to go to Val. They don't believe in
No,
Valhalla.
the Valhalla's
Christian,
gone.
It's
Yeah.
gone.
Yes.
So
No,
yeah.
he sees the white light. He goes to heaven.
Yeah. I guess.
He satisfied God by taking vengeance to protect the king, and now he
From
can
those
go to
evil
heaven.
Christians.
Yes.
Yeah. Who just want order instead of tribal warfare.
So they save the day, and they show up to the kingdom, and they're like, "We have the rightful son of the king," and they're like, "No, you don't." And they're like, "Look at this medallion."
He's got a medallion.
That has a lion on it. He's king. Fucking heathens.
And they go in,
I
and
can't argue with the medallion.
the bad
that's
guy
not-
is
that's a
about
lion.
to marry the girl.
I used to be an adventurer like
Yeah,
you. Then I took an
Jizzle's-
arrow in the knee.
Jizzle's gonna marry Kristen.
Kristen, yeah.
And he kills a priest before for some reason, or a help. Very confused.
Well,
I don't know why.
someone was trying to help her escape
he-
and free the
yeah.
brother.
Stabs her.
Once
stabs
the
him.
brother is freed,
It's over.
it's
over,
over.
yeah.
They cannot let him get free.
He has the same power as the army of the dead.
Yeah.
He just sweeps through everything and removes all the fucking negativeness.
Yes. So,
The bishop's gonna marry them, but
well,
they're like,
Un-
no.
they had no clue that there was a rebellion taking place outside the castle. They come in, free the brother,
Yeah.
and immediately everything is set right.
Yes.
Yeah, they escort Jizzle out.
And you shall, and then the brother's like, I'm going to run the country now
Yes.
for this on behalf of this baby. And you, red hair guy from Game of Thrones, you get to hang out here.
And you protect the
You're
baby.
gonna
Yeah.
protect Set Baby until he's ready to rule, and he's
Yes.
like, "That's an honor."
Yes.
And they do a Lion King thing. They hold up the baby,
Hunna, hunna,
but it's
hunna.
winter. It looks like Skyrim.
Bum, 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 bum.
It's very
He
confusing.
lives in you when the man in the when the man.
Can we?
The
all
Lion King
Wait,
fans
can
know.
you do that one more time?
He lives in you when the man in the
All right, that's perfect. We have enough to put that through an AI system and create a whole song. Yes. So that's the movie. He has 46
That's
years
the
of
news.
peace.
Yeah.
Great.
Do we have anything about the real guys who did this, or is it just like, hey, two soldiers skied,
They're just like
Speed.
nobody.
nameless?
Skiers,
They're
farmers.
Birkenbinders. There's a lot of like great paintings of them and stuff.
Really?
They're heroes.
Okay,
Fantastic skiers.
but no one knows their name.
No, they're like the nameless dead.
They're nobody's heroes.
Skis across a
The
mountain.
says a small child.
Hero.
Hero. He died of AIDS. I knew he was different in his sexuality.
Listened to that album like 2 days ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
I can't stress enough how he was gay.
I know a gay guy.
I am cool with it. I am not a homophobe. I am Geddy Lee. I'm tolerant. Please like me.
It's the 90s. That's still kind of edgy.
Not that there's anything wrong with it. Has Seinfeld come out with that yet?
Just because I know a gay guy doesn't make me gay.
Can't stress enough, I'm not gay.
And neither is Alex.
We just know a gay guy. Hero. We found all the subtext in the song.
Oh,
Do people even know that?
I don't
song?
know. Look up Nobody's Hero by Rush. Yeah.
No, they don't. What do you rate this? What do you rate
5.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5, 4.5.
4, yeah.
4.5.
I always feel bad going
It's
too
not
low.
good.
Like when I have to really start to turn and I didn't dislike it.
Mhm.
It was just kind of it wasn't good.
there.
Like you know, it's just kind of there. I'll forget I ever saw this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll forget we did this. Like,
Yeah.
It just wasn't. I want to see. I'm assuming you drew skis. I'm assuming you drew skis.
Well, you tell me.
Yeah, you drew skis. I mean,
Oh my god.
He has a Viking helmet around his head.
That might be the worst drawing. Like not the worst drawing, but the worst drawing of a person you've ever done.
It was hard to get the angle and like the Viking ski helmet.
I like I see this
I
and
like the slope.
Yeah.
I'll give you credit for the slope.
it's a good slope. It makes me not want to be your friend. like
Hero.
yeah, it's horrible. All right, guys. So that was it.
That's it.
We did it.
Last King.
Last King.
Yep.
The smash hit Last
Last
King.
King.
I don't know what we learned here.
I
but
think the numbers we're gonna do on this episode,
It's gonna be
Bafo.
phenomenal.
This is gonna
Bafo, viral.
Fucking bomb.
Will anyone in Norway even click this? No, right? They don't give a shit either.
I mean,
No.
I've insulted Norway throughout this whole thing. So
We do have a Swedish guy who's pretty active.
Well, yeah, I love our Swedish listener.
Yeah.
the one guy.
Those guys are gay. All
they're
right.
not boys, Sweden and Norway to this day.
I don't see how they can't be. Like
I imagine all
they're
the
like-
Same place.
and we often overlooked Denmark.
always forgotten.
Yeah.
I in my head I imagine all the Scandinavian countries are like
Yeah.
best friends.
They should
Yeah,
be.
Norway
right? They
and
always seem to
Finland.
do the same
Yeah.
things.
Norway
They should
and
just unite
Finland
and
are-
be the United.
Sweden is just Norway without oil money.
Is Switzerland Scandinavian?
God,
No, right?
Not
They're
even
German.
close.
But why aren't all the Scandinavian states unite?
They
Unite?
did. It was called the Kalmar Republic.
Really?
Not Republic. The Kalmar Union.
When was this?
Oh, this is in the Middle Ages.
Oh, okay. Well, they should do it now. Be the United Scandinavia,
Be sick.
right?
Yeah.
You get the Finns.
Yeah.
You get fucking Norway.
Don't sleep on the Finns.
They
I
got
like
a
There's a
good
lot
the
going
army.
on up there.
They got a good army right now.
Who's your favorite of the Scandinavians?
Wow. Historically, wow, this is hard. Okay, because I like all of them.
Yeah,
like
I know
'em
you
all.
do.
I like the most bands from probably Sweden.
Okay.
Although Finland's right there.
Finland's
got some
close,
good
man.
stuff.
Yeah,
Amorphous, right?
Amorphous is
Yeah.
Finland. Yeah, but
Where's Catatonia?
Catatonia Opeth is Sweden.
Ah,
It's Sweden. It's
Um,
Sweden.
sweet.
Norway's got all the black metal, but it's got which is I like, but I don't love.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Viking shit is real. It's really all of them, but Norway gets the most praise for the Viking stuff. And the Danes. The Danes, Dane is the weakest one.
They're forgotten about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a good cheese Danish.
Plus, we're gonna have to fight them over Greenland soon. So-
Let's be honest. They're not going to put up much of a fight.
the Swedes founded Delaware.
The Swedes?
Yeah,
Well, didn't the Dutch found New York, New
Yeah.
Amsterdam?
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we're speaking Dutch.
Fucking Yankees.
Fucking Yankees. It's all Dutch.
All right. You guys
Yeah,
want to say bye?
thank you for listening. Thank you for liking, subscribing. Thank you for our Patreon supporters. We love you guys. Brian, way to go.
Yep. Way to go, Brian. Just in general.
Good job, Brian.
job,
Thanks.
Brian.
Thanks, guys. Means a lot.
You did it.
All right. So this week on the Patreon, we have Sweek.
Sweet.
Dude, I'm playing Suikoden. It's like the best game.
Oh yeah. Retro gaming is where it's
That's
at.
where it's at.
All right.
Jay and Silent Bob are going to be in Call of Duty.
I saw that,
How
yeah.
do you still play that?
Are you playing
horrible.
that?
I have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Are
Horrible.
you playing it actively?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I play. It's fun.
It's all just like
It's retarded.
it's just like random skins now. Like the Ninja
I
Turtles are
remember
there.
when Call of Duty was like about fighting a war and like be like I'm a battle guy. But no, now it's just like cartoon characters.
Well, it's just
punching each-
multiplayer bullshit. It's Fortnite.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not for me. I feel like an
Yeah.
outsider in it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's fun though.
Okay.
I'll give it that.
Guys, this week on the Patreon, we have our film school episode 2. It survived Keep or Kill.
Mm.
So we have the second.
I should have been
episode.
invited on this one, and I wasn't.
It's just our schedules. We just can't.
I know.
Yeah, we
That's
have to
the
do
problem.
it today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
We can only do the show once a month.
Yeah,
so
we can only record for 12 hours at a time.
Yeah.
Gotta pick and choose.
I can't even like get on the regular show.
Yeah, I
But yeah, this week is our film school episode 2. Me and Steve are walking you through a trilogy of films we did. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a good
Hopefully, you get to see us in our youth, and especially a young Aunt G.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
Promise you that.
I think it's good. I think I'm proud of it. Anyway, so that's this week on the Patreon. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. Please try to get other people to listen and care about the show. It helps us grow and allows us to do more. I want to give a big thank you to Tom, Steve, Dave, Brywalt, Q, Get 'em. Last record down in the studio. We greatly appreciate it. Follow the show on all social media at RView History Pod on Twitter, Reviewing History Pod everywhere else. Follow me personally on all social media at Brian Rupert. That's with 2 P's. Follow me on Letterboxd. I rank and review every single movie I watch, even the ones in my personal life. On Apple, on Spotify, leave a review, leave a comment. It boosts us in the algorithm. Worship the band Insomnium like
I'm wearing a
Angie wants you
Finland
to
shirt. I'm wearing a Finland shirt right now.
do. Insomnium's pretty cool.
Good band.
Thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.